If you are using a Minecraft server setup, your server is doomed to fail. Now, the reason I'm making this video is, first of all, I don't want you to waste your money. And second, I see a lot of people make this same mistake. And trust me, I get it. It sounds so appealing. You want to make a new Minecraft server, but do you know how much time it costs to develop a server? Well, you probably do. First, you have to come up with a type of server you want to make, what game mode you want on there. Then you have to start looking for plugins or maybe even code plugins yourself that can achieve whatever you have in mind. Build a spawn, build all the other things your server requires. It can easily take months, sometimes years, to deploy a new Minecraft server to the public. But hey, what is that? That is right, Minecraft server setups. These are completely finished Minecraft servers that can be deployed in literal minutes. These server setups include everything. The spawn and all the builds you need, those are already there. Every single plugin that you need is already included. All the NPCs that you need are already in place. The only thing that's missing is your name. Put your own server name on there and bam, you're done. Congratulations, you have just launched a brand new Minecraft server. Time to sit back, relax, and let the players and the money roll in. Except they never come. The server is deserted, without an active player base, and the few people that do join leave after just a few minutes, never to be seen again. And believe it or not, a big part of why this is happening is because of the server setup. You see, the most important thing when starting a Minecraft server is uniqueness. I've talked about this many times in my videos. I made a video about how to best advertise your Minecraft server. I also made a video about how to make a successful Minecraft server. And in both videos, the most important thing is uniqueness. If you want your Minecraft server to succeed, you want your server to stand out, to offer something that others are not. You should look at creating a Minecraft server more as creating a game. If you want to make a game for mobile or PC, you're most likely gonna download an engine and then you're gonna use that engine to create the game. Of course, your game needs to be unique, needs to be cool, you need to offer something that other games are not, otherwise nobody's gonna play it. If you're gonna make a Minecraft server, the situation is essentially the same, but your engine is Minecraft. You are using Minecraft, the sandbox game, to create a game of your own. But instead of a game, it will be your Minecraft server. If it is not unique or not doing something different, then why would people play on it? And even though we're talking about a server and not a full-blown game, the premise is the same. It needs to be unique and it needs to be fun. And if you're using a server setup like found on Build by Bit, you have immediately filled the unique part, because server setups are just not unique. I mean, look at the downloads on these things. This server setup, called Premium Earth, has been purchased 251 times. Let's say you are one of them. That means there are at least 250 people running the exact same server as you. And not like roughly the same, exactly the same. One-on-one copies. But maybe they have a different name. And that's it. Other than that, they are all the same servers. And I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but Kasasura, I don't do it like that. I download a server setup and then I use it as a starting point. And I start developing from there. And while I get what you mean, in reality, it doesn't really work that well. Like, sure, it is very nice to have a starting point, but your starting point being a server setup usually makes it so you don't change that much, because most things are finished already. And in these server setups, everything works so well together. Like all the plugins, for example, that are added in these server setups, they have all been configured and made to work well together, so that it is a seamless experience. So when you decide to abandon one of the plugins added by such a server setup, you probably break the entire thing. And that is something you would have to do if you want to make it kinda unique. Like building some extra builds in the spawn of a server setup, that doesn't make it unique. That still makes it a server setup, but just a few more things were added. Doesn't really change the experience when playing. I think you could best compare this to games again. Just imagine 250 games on the Play or App Store, or maybe on Steam, being exactly the same. And the only difference is maybe maybe the texture of the main character. Would you go ahead and play one of those games? Well, maybe you say yes, but the majority of people would say no to this. And a little bit of a side note, but this is also why a lot of SMP servers don't do that well anymore. Because there are just so many. If you're gonna make a Minecraft server, there's a 90% chance you're making an SMP. And while SMPs are a lot of fun, especially if you want to play on one with a group of friends, most who make an SMP just make a public one and don't have any community whatsoever as soon as they start. It is really hard to get players that way, for two reasons. One, the thing that makes an SMP attractive to new players is an already active community on an SMP, where they can then interact with and play together with. That is something people want. But if you don't have any player base to start with, the chance of others sticking around is very, very slim. But second, there are so many SMPs nowadays that the majority of players already have an SMP that they are playing on. There are just more SMPs than SMP players. And not a lot of people would like to get involved in two SMPs, as one SMP can already be very time consuming. So that's another reason why it's hard to get new players on your SMP. And if your SMP is also a setup, which a lot of SMPs are, then you just got the worst of both worlds. Now you might wonder, Kasai, why are you even making this video? Well, the main reason is I see so many people waste money on server setups. And it is so sad to see. Every single big milestone here on the channel, I do a live stream where I check out Minecraft servers created by my subscribers. I will have a Google form on my Discord where people can submit their server, my mods will look over them, make a selection, and then I will check them out live on stream. Those streams are always a lot of fun to do. And right when we started doing these live streams, I started to notice how many people actually are using a server setup. Not just a few, a lot of people are using them. Before we banned server setups from being included in those streams, it could be close to 40–50% of all submitted servers. Nowadays, it's clearly stated in the requirements to submit your server that we do not allow server setups, because they are just not fun to take a look at. I mean, we have probably already seen that exact server before, because that is the thing with setups. Even though we said it is not allowed, still 10–15% of all servers that get submitted are setups. And server setups are really getting a name for themselves in the Minecraft community as well. I have seen multiple times now that players join a server, it turns out to be a server setup, and they will just immediately leave. They don't even care what you have going on there. I get it. It is not fun to play on a server that is a server setup, because there are 250 or sometimes even 2,500 other servers out there that are exactly the same as the server you are running. It is just no fun. And of course, I'm just a little YouTube guy. I can't tell you what to do, but if you have a dream of making a successful Minecraft server with an active player base and be the server owner you know you can be, my first piece of advice would be don't use a server setup. And that's gonna be it for today. Do make sure to subscribe to my channel, join my Discord. Thank you so much, channel members, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, see you later, bye bye.